Show me what you got, hey, show me what you got, hey.
What's up, YouTube? This your man Calico the Truth Reviews back again with another video. And today, yes sir, I'm bringing y'all another review of Carnival Horizon, our full review. Yeah, we're gonna break it down into a few segments. We're gonna talk about boarding the ship, embarkation versus debarkation, staterooms and pricing, food all inclusive versus specialty dining. We also got entertainment and onboard activities, excursions, drink package, as well as Wi-Fi package, first-time cruisers, and we're gonna touch on would I ever cruise with Carnival again, or should we ever cruise with Carnival again? All right, so embarkation day. What can we say about embarkation day? I want to say it was a smooth transition that day as far as getting through the line, as far as getting scanned in. It seems like process was very quick, efficient. Only thing we had to show that day was our IDs, our birth certificates, and I think also, what else did we have?
I think that was it. Mind you, it was quick because we had priority boarding because we had a suite.
Yeah, we did have priority boarding because we did have a suite. And also just embarkation day on Carnival Horizon. It was sweet. It was sweet, man. Like it was a great experience because see, I came on board as a first time cruiser. I didn't know what to expect. So just me going to the cruise port in general, I was excited. I was happy. As you see from the video, everything just played out so smooth. It was great. I loved it. Our anniversary couldn't have went any better for that day. We're gonna move on to the next segment. What you think about staterooms and pricing? All right, so Carnival Horizon with the staterooms, we booked a ocean suite on Carnival Horizon, room 7384. It seemed like it was a pretty nice room. As far as from what we can go by, firstly, we had priority boarding. We could set our own time to board the ship. I think we naturally booked it for like 12 p.m. to be on the ship.
Yeah, I think we booked to get on the ship at about 12:30, but they let us on early. I think we were on at like 10:30.
Yeah, I think we were on at like 10:30.
And our room was ready as soon as we got on.
Our room was ready, but let me tell y'all something. They did mess up on my decorations for the room, which was crazy. I was mad. I was upset that day. I'm still tight, Carnival. I'm still tight about that. But it's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool. You know what I mean? Like Carnival, we had issues with Carnival where I did, however, call them on guest services on the phone when per the video. Y'all look back at the video. I did call them. That's why I did state that, you know, what Carnival made me mad. That's exactly why, because they didn't have our anniversary decorations ready for the day. And just to add more fire to the flame, they just brought a cake up there after I told them, well, just go ahead and just cancel my whole decorations for the whole anniversary cruise. Just go ahead and cancel it. And I feel like that was a little bit of insult to injury. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It just kind of...
And the cake wasn't good.
Yeah, the cake wasn't even good. Like, it just felt like it was kind of like a little bit old or something. Or, I don't know. I don't know what it was with that cake. But it wasn't right. Let me see. As far as our stateroom goes, do we want to talk about the price as far as how much we paid?
Yeah, it was high.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So we paid for our ocean suite for that sailing. We paid about $3,000 for that one entire sailing for that whole cruise.
Well, it was more than $3,000.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Just for that stateroom? Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, I know for certain that I think it was $3,000,
Let me
but
look and see if it's still on here.
she's gonna look up the pricing, how much we paid exactly. But I can tell you this: for the excursions, we paid way more. Well, I paid way more for the excursions because just for the excursions in general, I paid maybe about $800 or $900, I think, for the excursions altogether.
Yeah, that was.
But that was a lot of money.
I'm talking about once you put everything together. Once you add everything that you have to buy after you quote unquote book it. So the room, then the drink package, the specialty dining, the excursions, all of that is included in the price. So, I mean, well, not included, but it should be factored into how much we paid.
I agree. Let's see. Also, let me see. And as far as that was concerned, while she's getting that together, as far as how much did we pay for the whole cruise in general, I just want to touch on the Wi-Fi package. All right, while she's doing that, we can talk about the Wi-Fi package. All right, so myself, I purchased the premium Wi-Fi package, which I think it was $20-something a day. I think it was the premium package. But all in all, it came up to about $130, $140.
Which is insane to charge somebody for internet in 2023.
Yeah, it is insane because, believe it or not, you're paying that for a whole month of service if you own a house like me. Like us, like me and my wife. Like when we own this house, like we have to pay for a Wi-Fi deal. That you can pay for that in a whole month. You know what I mean? So to pay for that just for one selling is bonkers. But that's wild. But and also just touching on the Wi-Fi package, do I feel like it was worth it? Not really. But I can also say that the Wi-Fi package, it was flaky. It had different days where it wasn't good, and some days it was awesome, and some days it was alright. You know what I mean? Like I had Wi-Fi, I had the Wi-Fi, and I was like posting on Instagram and stuff, and I had it uploaded pretty quick, but then when I tried to edit videos or do other little things, little tedious things with my computer, like it really would go super slow. It wasn't really working really fast. I'm thinking you would probably have to experience maybe a newer ship, such as Carnival Mardi Gras or Carnival Celebration. Those ships probably have better Wi-Fi signal on their ship. But I think that Carnival Horizon is probably using not using very modern internet as far as what we need to actually, high speed internet. So while Bay has been working on that full pricing for the staterooms, what did you come up with, Bay?
Just for the cruise itself.
Mm-hmm.
Just the room and whatever is completely included, including our deposit and port fees, taxes, all that bad stuff. $3,496.77.
Yeah.
That's before internet, before drink packages, before excursions, before traveling to Florida, staying overnight in Florida, going to eat in Florida, all of that. We probably spent definitely over $5,000 for this trip.
Yeah, because we
Maybe
flew
close to $6,000.
We flew into Miami Airport, which was trash all the way around. But we're not gonna talk about that. We'll say that for another video. All right, we'll say that for another video because we don't want to make this video too long. We want to just get in and tell y'all our experience. The Wi-Fi just seemed very, I don't know. It didn't really fulfill my needs. I feel like it just didn't fulfill my needs. It wasn't really worth it. I feel like if you book Carnival Horizon and you get on the ship and you actually want to use the Wi-Fi package, get the social package. Pay for the $5 social package. You know what I mean? So
$5.
I think it's $5.
It went up on that.
They went up on it?
It's like $11.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, well, listen, praise God. Y'all do the best you can, all right?
But yeah, I logged into it, one day. It didn't work that well for me. It barely loaded Facebook. And you had the middle package.
No, I had
the top tier package. I couldn't even play a song on Apple Music with it that wasn't downloaded to my phone already. So
there you have it.
Yeah.
But all right, so after that, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. All right, so moving on to the next. And
then they lock you out of it.
I think that's when I had. Oh yeah.
You lost your key.
I forgot to mention with the Wi-Fi package as well. They actually lock you out of it. You can't have two devices playing on it. You have to only use one device at a time. You can't use, say for instance, me and her, if we both trying to use the internet, we both can't use it at the same time.
Legitimately per person.
You have to log out of the internet and you have to let that person log into your internet from using your folio number. Mm-hmm. That's with your Carnival Horizon card that you get on board the ship. You're gonna get a card, the
room key.
Your room key, which is your sell and sign card, and you're gonna have a number listed on there, a folio number. You enter that number as well as your name and whatever they require, the prerequisites, whatever it is they require, and then you'll be able to log in through the Carnival Hub app. Which we'll touch on the Carnival Hub app. The Carnival Hub app was very easy to use. It was very intuitive. You could see what was going on around the ship with onboard activities. She went to Harry Potter trivia. Remember, she came in second place. She reached sudden death. So that was interesting, but I didn't actually go. But she did tell me about it because she actually got into a Harry Potter 1 fight. But it is what it is. All right. Listen, she's a big fan of Harry Potter. We got to acknowledge that. All right. We got to acknowledge that. All right.
But what I was saying about the internet was when you misplaced your original sign and sale card, mm-hmm. Remember they locked you out of the internet. We had to go to guest services and they had to call somebody at headquarters, like in Florida, tech support, for you to be able to use the internet. Didn't work for like half a day because you were locked out.
Yeah, and I just kind of felt like...
They didn't switch it over to the new folio number. Yeah, they didn't give them the same number when you got a new card.
Yeah, and I kind of felt like I was kind of cheated a little bit as far as like... Just a little bit. Because I wasn't able to use it to its full potential and actually get my money's worth as much as I felt like... out of one day, only I was not able to experience it half of that day. I feel like, yes, I did kind of feel a little bit cheated, but it's all good. I already know Carnival, they charge for the service. You can't just say, oh, just because I don't use it, they're not going to charge me. So, I'll eat that. I'll take that. You know what I mean? So it's all good. We want to talk about entertainment onboard activities?
What do we do?
Entertainment onboard activities on Carnival Horizon. All right. So
comedy show?
We did do the comedy show.
We went twice?
We went twice. There was one comedian. He wasn't really that funny, but it was one guy. His name was Hennessy Williams. I remember that name.
Yeah, he was funny.
He was funny. That guy was funny. He had me cracking up because he was saying something about... he was like, what's up with Carnival and their two twin beds? Like, how they gonna say two twin beds equal a king size bed? Like,
it really doesn't.
It really doesn't. I mean, truth be told, like, it really doesn't equal a king size bed. Two twins mostly, because me and my wife, we have a king size bed in our room right now. All right.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
It wasn't that, and our king size bed is way bigger than that bed that was on that ship for certain.
That might have been like an extended queen or something, but it definitely didn't measure the minimum size for a king size bed, which I think is like 108 inches. It definitely wasn't that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But other onboard activities we did. We did get on the sky ride. You guys check that video out. I think it was on the last C-Day. That was very fun. We actually went up on the top deck and actually got on the sky ride. You could overlook the water on top of the ship. You can actually see the actual water, and man, it was just so fun. Like, I still say it to this day, I still beat her. So, you know what I'm saying? I still beat her on that ride. It's all right, though. Listen, she's saying I ain't got no proof, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm still claiming that, all right? I'm still claiming that.
Believe what y'all want.
Hey, listen, man, I got to tell the people the truth, all right? Got to give them the truth. The uncut, raw truth. But what else did we do as far as onboard activities on the ship? Because we
tried to go to the Love and Marriage show.
Yeah, we tried to do that, but they had some weird system going on where, well, it wasn't their system. It was more or less the people. I think some of the people on board Carnival Horizon can kind of be a little bit obnoxious and a little bit rude, because a lot of them were sitting two to a seat, and then they'll skip a seat, and then there's two other people, and then they'll skip a seat, and then there's two more people.
Yeah, so they were leaving like gaps in the seating rather than just going all the way down. They don't want to sit directly next to somebody, so it's empty seats. But if it's two people, you don't really want to sit one person in the first row and the second person in the fifth row. There's that. And then I think the theater was just small for the amount of people that's on the ship anyway.
Yeah, and then that first C-Day we went to go to the Limelight Lounge, where we saw Carnival Horizon's Cookie in there. He actually was doing a little giveaway with the raffle tickets. So he was very, very funny. So shout out to Cookie. He was very, very funny.
Yeah, Cookie is hilarious.
Cookie is hilarious, y'all. If y'all have never tried Cookie, this was my first cruise, and listen, I want him as my Carnival cruise director for my next cruise. Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. He was great.
And I personally never cared who the cruise director was. I didn't know why anybody cared who that was. I'm like, this is just a person that does announcements. But I guess you don't care until you get a good one, which was Cookie.
Yeah. Definitely.
Cookie was funny from the jump. Like, doing announcements, telling people to go and do their safety drill or whatever it's called. Like,
oh my God.
He was funny from jump.
Yeah, because like, listen, y'all, when we was on board and we was sitting in our cabin, like on embarkation day, before we actually did that part where we actually sat out on the deck and actually said happy anniversary to us, he literally said on that PA system, he was just like, if you got a child that's like the seed of Chucky, like you need to do something with them. I don't know what it was about, but it was funny. It was funny. It was hilarious. Yeah. It was very funny. It was hilarious. I can't remember the joke, but it was funny.
I know he told the parents that they know whether or not they have a demon spawn or an angel, and if something goes on with the ship, to basically put the life vest on the child with the most potential first, and then help the one that's the seed of Chucky, just in case the one with the most potential will survive. It was a little morbid, but it was funny.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you want bubbly, good people like that on your cruise.
Yeah, he was fun.
Because he was very fun for a cruise director. He was very funny, very professional, and salute to him, man. Salute to him.
Yeah, I know he got a promotion. Sure. I don't even know if he's still a cruise director. I think he got a promotion like past cruise director, so I don't know. I hope he's still one because he was great.
All right, so let's talk about food. We're going to touch on the food. Food, all-inclusive versus specialty dining. All right, so with the food, you can go on the Lido deck, or the, or was it the, what was the other restaurant they had?
The dining rooms, the Meridian dining
room. The Meridian dining room. They had basically anything you can possibly imagine. Basically, when you go there, or you set your own dining time.
Yeah, we did our time dining.
But we did our time dining, which was okay, you can pick and choose from whatever you want to do as far as your dining.
Yeah, I think it was anywhere
whatever
from
time
like
you want to go.
5:15 to like 9:30, something like that.
Yeah.
So we always ended up going around like 8:30, I think.
Yeah, around 9 sometimes. I think we went for dinner as well. It was cool, man. It was cool. So with the food, what did you like about the breakfast though, babe? As far as the food,
The omelets were good. That's all I ate for breakfast. I'm not a big breakfast person, but I like omelets. And I guess I'm weird. I like omelets with steak sauce, and they had plenty of A1 sitting out, so that made me happy.
yeah.
Order omelets. Yeah.
Listen, I think I made a mistake drinking that Starry that morning, cause man, that Starry had me on. I don't know, that Starry different, y'all. That Starry is very different. That Starry soda, if y'all ain't tried it yet, try it, because it's good.
It was better than Sierra Mist ever was, but I'm
it's
still a
definitely
Sprite
better
girl.
than Sierra Mist. Definitely better. But as far as like lunchtime and all that, like if your free food that you get on board is pretty much Guy's Burgers. Guy's Burgers was there all the time. It was good, but you know, unfortunately, like, you know, a lot of people like to compare Guy's Burgers to other burgers out here that you can physically go and get just out, you know, wherever your respective state is, wherever you live. But I think honestly, Guy's Burgers was decent. It wasn't great, but it was
good enough that we ate there. We ate there at least 6 times.
Yeah, at least about 6 times. We
and
definitely ate there.
A couple days, like twice.
Yeah, true.
So
True.
yeah.
But it was free. Of course.
I had tacos from, is it Blue Iguana?
Yeah, you had tacos from Blue
Iguana. Yeah, those
were
good.
And then we also ate Pig and Anchor. You had Pig and Anchor twice.
Yeah, I had Pig and Anchor twice. I had those trash can nachos. Those were really good.
Okay.
We went to the Seafood Shack.
Yeah, we did. We
That
went to
was
the
good.
Seafood Shack. That was good.
We got pizza.
Yeah. Carnival, y'all got to do better on that pizza, all right? Because that pizza...
The pizza that the kids sell in school, the pizza kids, is better than that.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand it's 24-hour pizza. You can have it whenever, but it's...
What's the place in the mall? Sbarro?
Yeah.
That greasy pizza is better than that.
Yeah, I agree.
Our room ordered a pizza and they didn't even put sauce on it.
Yeah, it was just kind of...
It was just cheese and hard bread.
Yeah, it was kind of dry. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of dry. It wasn't
beyond dry.
It wasn't moist.
It wasn't good.
Yeah. So.
And I feel like I enjoyed it on my first cruise, but I was also a kid. So I don't think I knew any better. Or it was just better back then. I don't know. But what's it called? Pizza Pirate?
Which one?
That's what it's called? Pizza Pirate? The pizza place on the ship?
No, it's...
What's it called?
Pizza Pirate. No,
I was about to say Pizza Pirate can walk the plank.
Pizzeria del Capitano, I believe.
Oh, well.
I believe that is...
Del Capitano need to go down with the ship because that ain't it.
I think it's... Pizzeria del Capitano, I believe.
Del Capa trash.
Oh my God, not Del Capa trash.
Mm-hmm.
But
that wasn't
it, guys. Wasn't it. All right. Let's talk about the steakhouse. Was the steakhouse good to you?
The steakhouse was good, but the portions, I got the surf and turf, the filet, and then the lobster tail.
The same thing.
But I couldn't understand why I only got half a lobster tail.
Yeah, me too. I felt like they kind of like gypped you a little bit. Like, okay, you gonna give me a full lobster tail in the main dining room, but you're gonna give me half a lobster tail when I booked for a specialty dining restaurant.
Yeah, I couldn't understand
that. Seems kind of bogus. I mean, you're not really giving me what I really paid for. You know what I mean?
The surf and turf at Outback at least give you a steak and 2 lobster tails, full lobster tails.
I mean, because I think I only paid maybe like $30 or $40 per person for that one specialty.
Yeah, because it went up from the first time we booked it. I want to say it was like $38.
I think it was like $48 per
48,
person.
yeah.
But still
enough that we should have had a whole lobster tail and not one cut in half.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a big lobster tail. It was probably only like 4 or 5 ounces. Something you can get at Kroger for like $6.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
yeah, that wasn't it. It was good.
Yeah,
but
and then you saw the chocolate sphere that I actually had on that video. That was good. It had ice cream on the inside of it. They poured the chocolate on top. It was good. But besides that, I just kind of feel like we did kind of get a little gypped on the steakhouse a little bit.
Yeah, and we didn't get the bottle of wine.
Yeah, we didn't get the bottle of wine like our first. Yeah. I think they said the first day that you sell out.
Yeah, they said if you book for embarkation day, then you get a free bottle of red or white wine, and we didn't
even get that. Like that was kind of crazy to me.
I mean, we were booking it that day anyway because it was our anniversary, so not necessarily for that, but we didn't get it.
Yeah, and then they canceled my reservation at Bonsai Teppanyaki, which I kind of felt a little disrespected, kind of, sort of, because I felt like you're gonna send your staff to me when I'm eating with my wife at my dinner table at the steakhouse and tell me some bad news that my reservation is canceled. Like, come on, man. Like, I understand. They could have
just called the room and left a message or something.
I understand things happen. You know what I mean? I understand things happen, but to blatantly come to my dinner table while I'm eating and telling me some bad news, that just kind of just throws me for a loop. You know what I mean? So I try my best not to blow up in that situation. Just keep calm and say, hey, I respect that. I've already reached out to Carnival about that. They did refund me back my money for it, but
yeah, I think the chef got sick, and if you know. Bonsai Teppanyaki is like, what is it, Benihana?
Yeah, it's like
with the chefs that do the tricks and all of that stuff. And so they couldn't just, grab any chef and put them in there because it's not going to be the same experience. So the chef was sick. I think they just kind of quarantined him in the in the employee quarters, and the restaurant was closed with the blinds pulled down the entire cruise. So
yeah. Well, my experience,
Pig and Anchor is a specialty, is it?
I don't think it is, but...
I mean, you pay for it, but I don't consider it specialty because it's not like a sit-down. I don't know. I guess that's specialty dining, sure.
Yeah, it is because you do have to pay for it.
Yeah, Pig and Anchor was good.
But Pig and Anchor was good because you actually do have to pay for it. It is considered a specialty dining option because you have to pay for it. Considering on certain days and certain times, sometimes it's free. I
think it was free for lunch.
I think it's free for lunch.
And they didn't serve food all day. Because remember we went around like 3 o'clock and they were like, oh yeah, we don't serve food until 6. So that the bar part is open all day. Mm-hmm. But the food is only from like 11 to 1 and then like 5 to 9 or something. They have weird hours.
Yeah, they do.
That
they
was
got
a little
some
annoying.
very, very weird hours. But I think that's it for all the specialty.
Yeah, because we didn't go to the Chinese or the Asian. What was it called?
GG.
Yeah, we didn't go to that.
We didn't go that either. So let's talk about the drink package, the bottomless bubbles drink package. That's what we purchased on board Carnival Horizons ship. The bottomless bubbles package, I kind of felt like. It was okay. It was decent. It wasn't all that great because, my experience is that I actually felt like some of the staff would avoid us sometimes and they wouldn't actually come to the table and serve you as much, or they wouldn't be around as much to take your order when you wanted sodas, or, if you paid for it, it's like, you want it then and there with your meal. So, if you see me sitting there, like, don't just walk past or go serve somebody else. Like, I've had to go literally up to the bar to go get my wife a soda because those guys would never be around. So it's kind of like, man, and then when I go to the bar, some of the guys would just sit up there and they'll take other people's orders of I don't want to make it racial or anything like that, but I feel like other ethnicities, I feel like they actually got served a lot more sooner than us people of color. You know what I mean? So it's kind of issue. I've already addressed it, but
I think my issue with the drink package is, except for when I ordered drinks through room service, whenever they would bring a pop, or you would get it from the bar, it was never cold.
Yeah.
That was annoying. That it was never. And I understand there's a lot of people, but I mean, they have the capability to refrigerate it. I mean, even if it was like early. First thing, I don't care what you ordered, unless it was a drink that they had to make, it was hot.
Yeah,
it was not
very hot.
And pouring a hot pop on ice just makes it watery. So,
yeah.
I mean,
I agree wholeheartedly. I just felt like the bottomless bubbles drink package, it was worth it. We did buy alcohol on board the ship. I bought I think something from the Punchliner Comedy Club. I bought an alcoholic drink. You bought an alcoholic drink. I can't remember the name of those.
I'm not a drinker. Mine was I don't know. It was peach something. It was okay. Don't take it from me though, because I'm not a drinker. I don't drink alcohol really at all. If I drink this much out of a cup that's this big, I'm doing great. So,
but you know what though? From those drinks, I felt like, because she had a pina colada the first day.
That was okay. That was good.
And I had the Twilight Zone, which was great. I loved it. It had a berry on the top of it. It looked very tropical.
But those straws. I saw everybody say, bring your own straws because the edible straws are terrible. Yo, the lime flavored straws were so good. Like, they were so good.
She literally ordered another straw because she wanted to literally
I ate it. Like, I couldn't finish my drink because I ate the straw before I could finish the drink. Then they had one that was like chocolate. I didn't try the chocolate one. People were saying that one was nasty, but the lime one, I think it was white.
Keep those lime ones, Carnival.
The lime
Keep them
straw
lime ones,
was
all right?
good.
Keep those lime straws. They are very good, all right?
It was good. I couldn't stop eating it. Every time I got one, I couldn't stop eating the straw.
Man, I mean, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I even enjoyed those straws. Them straws was pretty good, but they definitely disintegrated in your drink. So
yeah, that's a fact.
But
so that's why I say get a flavor that would at least complement the drink that you're getting, because once it starts to disintegrate, it will change the taste of your drink. So if you're drinking something fruity, naturally you wouldn't want to get a chocolate straw because that might ruin the drink, but. That lime straw?
Yeah, that lime straw was great. And I think, let me see, as far as the drinks was concerned, we didn't want to get a drink package, an alcoholic drink package, because wifey, she doesn't drink enough alcohol to even consider herself to be a drinker. And me, I'm mostly a social drinker. So I drink when I get around people. So I felt like the drink package wasn't worth it on my end.
Yeah, for our cruise, the drink package was about $56 a day. That would have made it about $300 per person for us to get a drink package. And I think we might have ended up spending about $30 each on drinks the whole cruise. So it definitely wasn't worth it for us. We don't drink like that. So. Yeah,
most definitely. I've calmed down a lot on my drinking. I used to drink like a savage, but ever since I got married, of course, I had to calm it down. I had to calm it down a little bit. But when I get around people, it's always different. All right? It's always different. Let me see. What else we got? So, excursions. Let's talk about them. All right. Excursion number 1, Jamaica. Jesus, the Big 4. That's the actual excursion that I booked, which include the bobsled, the ragamuffin, zip line, sky lift.
That's it. That was the 4.
When we got there that day, early in the morning, we got off the ship. We headed to, after we got off the ship,
we went straight to the bobsled.
We went straight to the bobsled. Well, we went to the sky lift.
Well, yeah, the sky lift takes you up. Well, we got on the inline to get on the van to drive us over to the excursion area. And we get on the sky lift, which was way too many spiders if you saw the video for me.
Yeah, she was scared out of her mind.
If anybody's ever seen Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, where Ron and Harry go see Aragog, that was me.
The girl was discovered in a bathroom. When I was accused, Hagrid brought me here.
Harry? What?
Well, thank you. Will just...
Ron was me. That was too much.
Jesus. But all in all, that whole day when it started out, like we got on that, we got there. Oh, all right, I'm gonna have to hurry up and get through this. But basically, as you seen per the video,
we got scammed.
Yeah, guys actually. We felt like some guys actually, well, we didn't feel like, but it was actually some guys that paid to go through the back exit of the ride, I guess.
Yeah, the ride operators were basically taking bribes to let people cut, people that were just in Ocho Rios, because we were the only ship docked that day. These people weren't with the cruise at all. And we bought our excursion through Carnival, so it wasn't like some side deal. But they were basically just letting people pay them cash that they could pocket, and they were getting on the ride. And then something was going on with the ride to where it was slowing down. We were next in line, and they let two people come from the back and get on the ride, and then told us that we couldn't get in the ride. So we watched two people go on the ride in our spot after we had been waiting in line in Jamaica heat for 2.5 hours. And then just say, oh, okay, well, you can go do something else.
Yeah, that's kind of, that's just really unacceptable. You know what I mean? As far as for a cruise line.
I'm cool on Jamaica.
She doesn't even want to go back to Jamaica. Me, I got mixed feelings. I feel like, I would give Jamaica another shot. But, first impressions are everything. You know what I mean? So... when you experience something like that, it kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Which I have spoken to a Carnival representative about the whole fiasco, but we feel like, the guy, he hasn't reached back out yet to us. Carnival did give us only a 30% refund for that excursion, which is kind of really unacceptable because our cruise group on Facebook, there was a few people that actually was there and actually did the actual excursion, and they complained as well. And some of those guys got back 100% of their money from complaining about the whole situation. So make it make sense,
it was just really annoying because it took so much time. Our excursion was early. I think it was at like 9:15, and we docked at 9. So by the time we got over to where we were supposed to be, after waiting on everybody and taking the van over and, getting ready to get on the skylift, it was already after 10. The skylift itself takes about 25 minutes just to get up the mountain. And then we stood in line. Well, they made us check our bags. That took like another 20 minutes. Then we were in this line for like 2.5 hours. So we wasted, it was like 4 hours of our, 6 hours that we planned to be in Jamaica because we wanted to be back early. We didn't want to get left by the ship. So we were planning on being back like at least an hour and a half before the ship left Jamaica. So we waited in that line. Then the only thing we had time to do was try to go to, the zip line. The zip line, yeah. Because the Ragamuffin was like on the other side. It was a line for that, so we basically had to pick which one we wanted to do in order to have a good time. So we went on the zip line, which was fun. I mean, I was annoyed like the first half of it because of what happened, with the bobsled. Mm-hmm. But we had fun. But it's just the fact that, and then once you get done with that, it was such a long line. Everybody has to go one by one. That whole thing was like 2 hours, just the zip line alone. And then, you're on the zip line, you're going down the mountain. So then we had to ride the sky lift like 15 minutes down the mountain, turn around and ride it back up like almost 25 minutes again just to go back and get our stuff. The only thing we had left to do was eat. And then it started thunderstorming.
So the food was great. That's the only thing that really redeemed
the
that day
Mystic
for
Mountain
her.
restaurant, the oxtails. I probably insert a picture of it, but the oxtail was banging.
Yeah, the oxtails was great for her. Mm-hmm. I had the jerk chicken. It was great. It was banging. Mm-hmm. But as far as like excursions with Jamaica, like I said, I have spoken with a Carnival representative about it. So he has yet to respond back to me. But I won't pretty much dwell on that whole situation. I'll just take it for what it is because every situation is not gonna go how you want it to go according to plan. Not every single time. I understand that. But when you do go on vacation, you do want your vacation to be fun, and you also want it to be enjoyable.
Yeah, and I could see it went bad because of, something that was out of everyone's control. But the ride operators have control over who they're allowing to skip the line and pay them money so they can sneak in the back. And, I mean, multiple people called him out on it, and he was just like, oh, I didn't see it. I'm like, okay, they must have been giving the money to you because you sitting up here acting like you don't see that these two people weren't in line, in front of us. I know who was in line in front of me. Everybody here knows who was in line in front of me, but he was just so nonchalant, like he didn't care as long as he was getting paid. And I was like, well, can I pay? To get in line, but
and you guys saw that video. Check out that video if you haven't. But it's posted.
I won't write off Jamaica, but I'm cool on Ocho Rios.
Yeah,
I'm cool on that.
Yeah. So our second excursion, which was Grand Cayman. Mm-hmm. How did you enjoy that one?
Man, that one was kind of chill. I won't say it was boring. It wasn't boring, but it wasn't, like what we did in Jamaica and in Cozumel was like thrill adventure. This was just kind of like, oh, birds.
Yeah, and it was also
and turtles,
wildlife, family. And Jesus, here we go, chickens. But anyway, yeah, but we had fun at the Wildlife and Turtle Adventure Center there in Grand Cayman. It was very fun. We actually we actually enjoyed it because we got to eat at the restaurant that was there.
Yeah, now
the food was good.
Well, the food that we paid for was good.
The food that we paid for.
Now there was lunch included.
Yeah, but listen, y'all.
Lunch was questionable.
Listen, if you got a choice, don't book it with the lunch. It was just
the wildest combination of food I'd ever seen. It was like some barbecue chicken that looked like no barbecue chicken I'd ever seen before.
Yeah.
Then there was fish.
Yeah, some fried grouper.
Yeah, grouper, and then like some plantains and.
Yeah, it was
some kind of coleslaw or something. It was a wild combination, I'll tell you that. We just ended up buying like chicken strips or something.
Yeah.
He tried to feed chicken strips to a live chicken. I told him that was like forced cannibalism, so maybe don't do that. But other than that, yeah, the food was good.
All right. And Grand Cayman goes, like the whole vibe, like that was like one of the greatest vlogs I ever like edited because it was just peaceful, serene, everything. It was
really hot.
It was really hot. It was hot in all the places. It was hot in Jamaica. It was hot in Grand Cayman, and it was hot.
It was a different type of hot in Grand Cayman and Cozumel though. Like Jamaica was hot when the sun was out, but once it got cloudy, it was fine.
Yeah.
But Grand Cayman and Cozumel was just like pure sunshine the entire time, and it was so hot.
Yeah, and our sea days was just, they was chill. I mean, our sea days was very chill. Very boring, laid back days. So we didn't really do too much on our sea days. We did go to Cherry on Top. That was a good candy store on board, but they're a little bit pricey, but they're very good. And let's talk about Cozumel. Cozumel was great. Mm-hmm. Cozumel, Mexico was great because we actually got to enjoy when we first got there. We saw the Carnival Breeze and we saw the Carnival Vista. That was
That was the only port where it was other ships docked with us.
Yeah, and that was good to see, man. Like to actually see how all the ships stacked up next to each other looked. But I was hoping that I would see the actual Carnival Mardi Gras or the Carnival Celebration because we just been looking at them, but we don't know when we may cruise next. But we'll touch on that. Back to Cozumel. The entertainment in Cozumel was great. The guys with the mariachi band came out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, the Three Amigos restaurant.
Yeah, the Three Amigos restaurant. The tacos, and she had the nachos. Listen, banging, all right, banging. The chicken tenders that I had and the fries, they weren't so good, but they was decent.
I will say they don't know how to make lemonade in Mexico. The lemonade was like sour.
Really?
Multiple places. It wasn't great. I had to dump sugar. It tastes like lemon and water. I'm like, did they put sugar in it? I mean, maybe that's just an American thing. Like,
yeah, it might just
putting
be an American
extra
thing.
sugar in everything. But
let me see. Cozumel. As far as the excursion goes, we booked the ATV and beach excursion. Mm-hmm. With the ATVs, it was cool. Like I really did enjoy it. Listen, I listen. You guys, just for shock value right now, I'm gonna say I did crash out on my ATV. I did crash out because that was my first time on an ATV. I know, new mistake, right? I was filming with the camera with my note and lost track of myself, and I actually went off and almost went into a ditch. But it's all good. I got a little help to get up out of it, and Bae, she took off on me. It's all good.
I didn't take off. I went when they said go. I didn't know you weren't behind me until I turned the corner and I looked. I was like, well, where'd he go?
Yeah, that's
I didn't even, until I watched the video, I didn't know that you were yelling for me to stop. I couldn't hear you over the end. Well,
it's all good.
But I had trouble. I didn't crash, but I had trouble the first time I rode ATVs in Vegas a couple years ago. So I get it. It is a weird, to get used to driving.
It's weird when you first drive them because you just like, oh, it's weird to navigate something so different that you never drove before. You just like, okay, well this is different, So, it's just a new mistake on my behalf. It
was fun though. It was hot.
It was fun. Listen, the beach. The part of the excursion with the beach, the peddlers, they're going to come around, they're going to try and sell you anything
Lord.
underneath the sun. It don't matter what it is. They're going to keep hollering at you every 2 to 3 minutes.
Everything from bootleg purses to Viagra, child. They sell everything.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy for you because if you book that excursion, they're going to be hounding you. Just like Jamaica, they're going to be trying to sell you stuff left and right. And make sure, guys, make sure you do not use your credit cards at these places when you do travel on Carnival. Do not use your credit cards.
I work for a bank, so I see it a lot. Well, even when we went to Grand Cayman, remember I was buying the magnet, and the magnet was $4, and she typed in $400.
Yeah.
Until she saw I was paying with cash, and she was like, "Oh, okay," because we went to the bank to get out a bunch of cash so we could buy, not use cards. But yeah, like she tried to type in like $400 thinking I was about to use a card to like try to get me for a magnet. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I was shocked a little bit about that. I was just like, man, like, these guys out to really make money out here, all right? Mm-hmm. I think that's a wrap for excursions. But I think as far as like the beach was concerned, we didn't really get inside of the beach. We didn't really get inside the water at the beach because
we didn't get in any water this entire cruise, and I don't understand how that happened.
We didn't, because I think we were just more excited about the cruise, and we were just trying to do everything.
Like, for one, I don't do like oceans and stuff like that, so I wasn't gonna get in that water anyway. But then every time we were on an excursion, we was like, oh my goodness, it's so hot. Like, let's go back on the cruise, like get our swimsuits and like go get in the pool, and then we just never did it.
Yeah, because we always wound up going somewhere, getting something to eat, and then just going back to the room and relaxing, or doing something around the ship. Like because we did go to the IMAX theater on the ship on our last sea day.
Yeah, what did we see? Fast 10?
Fast 10, yeah. I said Fast X, but she said Fast 10.
Fast X, Fast 10, Fast confusing, because when it ended, I was like, that's the end of it?
Yeah. Exactly.
I think it's a part 2. That might explain why it was bizarre. Yeah. But I was like, oh, okay. But it was like a full-size theater. Like, I think I have a clip on my phone you can insert.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a full-size movie theater. It wasn't like a little rip-off or anything. It was like a full-on IMAX in there.
Okay. So. All right. And I think that's it as far as the excursions go. First time cruisers, when you book a cruise through Carnival, make sure y'all fly in the day before your cruise. All right, make sure y'all fly in the day before your cruise, because you don't want your cruise ship. Listen, they will leave you. All right, they will leave you in an instant. And also with your excursions, when you book your excursions, make sure you book them through Carnival, because that's your safety net in case something goes wrong, whatever the case may be. They have to wait on you, all right? They have to wait on you in case something does happen. They'll have to wait on you. Would I ever cruise, or would we ever cruise on Carnival again? I think I would. I would definitely cruise on Carnival again.
Yeah, I would. I would just, every time I go, I probably just want to be on a newer ship. I mean, the ships we were on weren't old. I think they just launched in like 2018.
2017, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. The 3 of them. Yeah, so we weren't on older ships, but we weren't on the newest ships either. So, yeah, I think every time I go, I would just want to go on a new ship. So, I mean, but that's with any cruise line. I'm not interested in going on anything that came out in 1998 and just got a facelift. Like, I'm not interested in that at all. So.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I would want to cruise again with Carnival, but on a newer ship. Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, your experience is going to be different every single time. But all in all, Carnival has been a cruise line that I think that it is definitely been deemed the fun ship, because you actually have fun on that cruise. Like, even from our sail-away party to everything
was lit.
Everything that transpired that whole day was just I ain't gonna say immaculate. I'm gonna say it was
a good time.
It was a good time. It was a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely something that I would want to do again.
Yeah,
definitely.
People were friendly.
The people were friendly. They were funny. They had a lot of bubbly personalities. A lot of people on the ship. We did encounter some one situation where we're not gonna speak on that, but if you want to speak on something pertaining to something negative that happened on our cruise, then we might. But
some people are crazy. I'll just leave.
Jesus. I digress, y'all. I digress. All right. So Carnival Horizon, on a scale of 1 to 10,
On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the best and 1 being the worst, how was the experience?
How would you rate the experience on Carnival Horizon?
Probably give it like a 7 or an 8.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say 10 because I don't think I've been on a cruise that was a 10 yet.
Yeah, I give it a 7. I give it a 7. I think it was decent. It was good for what it was.
Because some of the restaurants were closed. You know, we didn't get to do everything we wanted to do. The excursions in Jamaica was just trial by. So yeah, I mean that dings it a little bit. The ship in comparison to like Celebration, Mardi Gras, and Jubilee. I mean those ships, even though. I think Horizon is like their 4th biggest ship. Those 3 ships make Horizon look like a paper boat. So, I'm curious to see what it's like to get on their bigger ships.
Yeah, we're very curious. But if you guys are here right now, I would like for you guys to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel. And to my new subscribers to my channel, I appreciate you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for showing me love on all my videos. And thank you for always continuing to keep the positivity and always showing that love in the comment section. And just comment on when you found my channel and how you found my channel. And we can definitely chop it up in the comments section. But I think we pretty much touched on everything, right, babe?
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah, so we just touched on everything. So we're just happy that we was able to actually close out this series with a bang. It came out very good. I loved Embarkation. I loved everything about it. Debarkation was the saddest part of leaving the ship because you feel like you just made some very memorable memories, and you just feel like, man, like this is like the saddest part.
Yeah,
of the
waking
trip.
up and being back in Miami was kind of trash.
Yeah, it was, but I mean, it's all good though. I mean, I ain't gonna front, man. It's all good. But guys, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for checking out my video, and thank you for being here. Thanks to my wife. I want to thank her as well because sometimes she has a busy schedule, so it's very hard to get her in on a video for certain. So, if you would please like, comment, share, and subscribe to your boy's channel. You guys take care of yourselves and each other. This been your man Calico the Truth Reviews. And I'm out. Peace.